Sarah Grayson, where grace begins with you. Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Good to see you again. As you can tell by the title, I want to get into some of my Dior Privee collection fragrances. It's one of my favorite fragrance collections. One of my favorites. Probably at the top 5. And all the great fragrances the House of Dior has. So this Privee line, and I know Mason Francis Kirk Dejean has done another trio. I haven't been able to get a hold of those yet, but the ones that I do have, I wanted to share my thoughts about these fragrances because some of them are some wonderful luxury fragrances. So before we get started, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Please don't forget to share my videos, and absolutely don't forget to hit that notification bell so you can be notified when I upload brand new content. So without further ado, let's get into the fragrances. A lot of people are familiar with this one, and it is Oud Isfan, a beautiful oud rose fragrance. So let's get into the notes. The top notes are lavender, rose is the middle, patchouli, and saffron. And the base notes are agarwood, sandalwood, and cedar. This is a oud rose, woody, amber, a bit warm and spicy, patchouli, floral, balsamic, musky, fresh, spicy fragrance. It's heavy on the oud, heavy on the rose, very well blended. It's just a beautiful beast of a fragrance. Very beast mode. You don't need a lot of this fragrance. When you spray it, it will stay on you for hours, even days. I've sprayed it on my clothes. A jacket, matter of fact, that I wore. It was in the winter when I first purchased this fragrance. And before I had an opportunity to wash the jacket, this fragrance stayed in that jacket forever. And even after I washed it, you could still smell remnants of it, and people love it. You know, they'll get plenty of compliments. It's just a beautiful rose heavy fragrance. This is Oud Isfan by Christian Dior. The fragrance I have for you guys is another beautiful one, and it came out, I believe, this year or the end of last year, but it is new to the Privee line. Vanilla Diorama. And Vanilla Diorama, I'm just going to be honest with you guys. Vanilla Diorama to me, and I've probably said this once before, it smells like a mixture of Fave Delicious and Amber Noet. I'll be talking about those fragrances coming up, but that's what it smells like to me. And then they produce Vanilla Diorama. But let me give you the notes. Top notes are orange, pink pepper, and lemon. The middle notes are rum, cacao, and cardamom. And the base notes is bourbon, vanilla, sandalwood, and patchouli. It's a beautiful fall, winter fragrance. To me, it's soft, spicy. It's that those two fragrances together smell like they marinate or made vanilla diorama. It's warm, it's spicy, it's vanilla, it's woody, has that rum boozy citrus, it's sweet, it's got that cacao, it's powdery, it's aromatic. It's just a beautiful fragrance. It has a lot of depth to it. It just has that spice from the beginning to the end, and it's just rummy, boozy, just has that liqueur feel and smell. You'll really love this fragrance for the upcoming seasons. Again, this is Vanilla Diorama. The next one I have for you guys is one of the ones I just mentioned, and it is Fave Delicious, and the notes are excuse me, lavender, mint, bergamot. The middle notes are sour cherry, jasmine, freesia, and the base notes are tonka bean, vanilla, cacao pod, caramel, praline, benzoin milk, sandalwood leather, and cedar. This is just a smooth, it's gourmandish, it's milky, it's creamy, has that praline, it's sweet, it has that vanilla, it's amber, it's a little warm spicy, has that cacao, aromatic, caramel. Said that it's those sour cherries, they're really in the back. You smell them, but you don't smell them, if that makes sense. There's remnants of them. It's lactonic and it's nutty. It's just a full, comfy, cozy type of scent. This one is Fave Delicious. Beautiful for sweater weather. Beautiful for that winter coziness, fireplace vibe, bedtime. It's beautiful for that. Fave Delicious. The next one I have is another one we just spoke about. Excuse me. And Amber Noet. And Amber Noet. Let me give you the notes for Amber Noet. Amber Noet is, and I should say that all of these fragrances, I don't know if I mentioned that, but all of the 4 fragrances, this included, are unisex fragrances. So they are for a woman or a man. And this one, the top notes are bergamot and grapefruit. The middle note is the masked rose, pink pepper. The base note is ambergris, cedar, gaiac wood, and patchouli. And anything with grapefruit in it, you have to be a little bit careful. And when you see this, you amber or amber bray or amber Noet, you wouldn't think it had grapefruit in it, but that grapefruit lends this fragrance something to cut it up so it can marry it together, if that makes sense. It's amber, it's rose, it's citrus, it's soft spicy, it's floral, fresh spicy, and it's a little animalic. It's just a beautiful spicy fragrance. You get the spice and the citrus in the top, and you get the spice at the end. So the citrus helps marinate everything, but it doesn't stay in the fragrance, to me, very long. It's just to blend it, to transition it, if that makes sense. But this is a beautiful fragrance. Amber Noet, especially for a man. Beautiful on a woman, will be bossy on a woman, but it's a nice men's fragrance as well. Amber Noet. The next fragrance I have for you guys is a good one. It's one that I really picked up because of the color. You don't hear much about it. A lot of people don't speak about it. So I thought it would be a good one to put in here, well, to tell you about, to have a little discussion about. And this one is Lucky. It's a green color. It may not show up on screen, but it's like a mint green color. And the notes are Lily of the Valley, white floral, and it's ozonic notes. It's just a floral, fresh fragrance. That's what it is. It's floral and it's fresh. It's green, fresh, ozonic type of fragrance. It's another fragrance. It reminds me of DiGiorgio or something like that. I can't think of it right now, but that's a green fragrance as well. The color of it is green. It's just a fresh green, beautiful fragrance. Beautiful for springtime, beautiful for summer. You can even wear it now. You can wear it as a signature scent because it's not offensive at all. It's a beautiful, mellow, green type of scent. And this one is Lucky. And I think the name that he chose for this fragrance was a very well deserved name for this fragrance. I can't tell you why the connection, but just because of the bubbly personality of this fragrance and fresh personality of this fragrance, Lucky just seems like a name that would fit it. Again, this is Lucky. The next fragrance I have is a good one. And Lucky also is a unisex fragrance. The next one I have is a really good one. You don't hear a lot of people speak of it. Maybe if they have it in their collection, they may speak a little bit about it. But you don't hear a lot of. This is not one that a lot of people have purchased and that they comment on. Lacombe Noir. And what's funny is I purchased this fragrance from someone. And I went online, Christian Dior site, couldn't find it in the 40. Because some of the ones that I just have not smelled and I don't want to really, blind buy because I'm still on the fence after reading the notes. I still want them, but I don't want them in that big 125 ml bottle. So I'm glad that they offer these 40 ml bottles because they fit perfectly. And then if you like it, you can go ahead and buy the bigger bottle, especially since costs are rising in the fragrances. So this one is Lacombe War. Let me give you the notes. Lacombe War is a unisex fragrance. But I'm going to talk to you about that. The top notes are lemon. The middle notes is May Rose, spices, peony, lily of the valley, black currant, raspberry, peach. The base notes is white musk, sandalwood, amber, heliothrope, and agarwood. Now let me tell you, this is just a floral fragrance. To me, a man, if he don't mind wearing a girly floral fragrance, then go for it. But this is a girly floral fragrance. It has that rose. It's just floral. It's just a tiny bit powdery to me. It's musky. It's fresh. It's just floral. You know, some people say they get fruity. I don't get fruity. I don't get warm spicy. I don't get woody. I get the white floral. And I don't even smell the amber. I just get fresh floral. Like walking into a bouquet of flowers. That's what I get. It's just walking into the bouquet of flowers, not a flower or flower shop, whatever you want to call it. It's just flowers, like you're laying in a bed of flowers. It's a beautiful floral scent, but that's all I get. Lacombe, and it has this pinky, if you can see it on the camera, pinky shade hue. This is a Lacombe Noir, still beautiful, still elegant, still girly. And not least my last fragrance that I have to share with you is a fragrance that a lot of people are looking for because it's been discontinued. And that's what I'm starting to find out about the Privee line. They started to discontinue fragrances. I think maybe, they've been discontinuing fragrances out of this line, but really has been going down and down, increasingly every year. But this one, Santal Noir, you won't see a label on it because I had to get a decant. Someone was blessed me enough to give me a decant of their fragrance. So I'll tell you the notes because there are only 3. This is Santal Noir. It has sandalwood, it has Turkish rose, and ambre. And that's the 3 ingredients for this fragrance. It's very well sought after. And people that have it, people are really looking because you cannot get your hands. They don't sell it. I'm not quite sure of it, but I know they don't sell it in the States. So someone was nice enough to sell me this decant, which is just a little bit more than 40 mils. And I've been savoring it ever since. It's a beautiful rose. And the ambrette is the star of this fragrance. Of course you smell the sandalwood, but the ambrette is and was and will always be the star of this fragrance. It's a beautiful, long-lasting, projecting fragrance. It's smooth because of the sandalwood. You smell the rose that makes it just a tiny bit, gives it that little floral kick. But it's just the amber leads the show and the ambrette ends the show. It's a beautiful fragrance. So I see why a lot of people is seeking this fragrance if they haven't, already been able to get their hands on it. And that is all I have for you guys. I want to thank you. I have more, so it'll probably be a part 2 because I have some more goodies or some more fragrances out of that Privee collection that I didn't talk about in this video because I didn't want to make it so long. But I will make sure to keep your notification bell on, to make sure to hit the notification bell so you can be notified, because there will be a part 2, and I will give you all the other fragrances that I have left in the collection. Again, I want to thank you for joining me, coming here to see what we are getting into over here. I want to ask you to please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Share my videos. And again, don't forget to hit that notification bell. And I will see you again soon. Good night.